Once there were two guys in a writers' club at Oxford College. One was named J.R.R. Tolkien. The other was C.S. Lewis.
One wrote Lord of the Rings, a fantasy book based in ancient folklore that spilled over into theology. The other wrote Chronicles of Narnia, a fantasy book based in ancient folklore that spilled over into theology.
These two brilliant storytellers bonded over similar inspirations and styles of writing, and they were great friends until they weren't.
The writers themselves have a long, complicated history, but today we're only looking at the stories that they left behind.
Stories that really caught fire in the form of movies in the early 2000s.
The trend of adapting established stories into lucrative franchises started around 2001, Harry Potter being the most famous example at the time. Meanwhile, Fellowship of the Ring was in development to release 1 year later in 2002. Both these franchises followed their releases quickly, making them immediately successful.
Disney saw this and wanted a franchise of their own, causing their infamous purchase of the Chronicles of Narnia. Studios were at war and the world was in corporate chaos.
It even affected us at Gadssle, all the way back in... Guys, all of our competitors are turning books into movies. If we don't do something soon, we're never gonna compete.
Wait, so who exactly are we competing with?
Oh, sorry, you must be new here. So, Disney owns Narnia, Warner Bros. Owns Harry Potter, and, sorry, who owns The Lord of the Rings?
I don't know! Seriously, look it up. I watched a 20-minute video and I still have no idea.
Okay, so what are we gonna do to compete?
We could buy the rights to a book. There's this one about this caterpillar, and he's really hungry, and...
No, we don't have the budget for that. It has to be free.
Well, we could write our own story. One time I wrote this story about myself and how I hate being interrupted, and...
No, look at our videos. We've never been creative. Jeff, what do you think?
Well, Narnia failed because it wasn't like the book. It just tried to be Lord of the Rings. So what if we just skipped a step and copied Lord of the Rings?
Perfect! We can't go wrong if we're not we. We can't steal it, but we can remaster it.
But sir, how can we ensure this is what the fans want to see?
I mean, let's just ask them. What's so special about the...
What is your favorite part about the Lord of the Rings movies?
I'd say the characters. One thing that separates Lord of the Rings from its counterparts is the abundance of quality characters in the movies and books. There's a character for just about anybody to relate to or to even root for that they become attached to and aspire to be more like.
From the first time I ever watched them, I think my favorite character has always been Aragorn. I don't know, he's sick, he has a sword, and you just know him as like this rogue who's just kind of like, I don't know, who just kind of like appears and just like messes stuff up. But then you see him like really develop into like this like strong leader.
Hey, so I was really thinking about it. I have actually this Tumblr OC that I made. His name is Teddy Jenkins, and Teddy Jenkins is actually really cool. And I was thinking we could put him in the movie. So I know that Lord of the Rings is known for their characters and all of that. Teddy Jenkins is from the moon, so it would be expanding Tolkien's original world. And he actually goes to Mars one time and he fights this guy named Professor Zibido. And now Professor Zibido has cancer, but he also has the symbiote, which is from the Venom universe.
One eternity later.
So it's kind of like this emotional heart-to-heart story about, will Teddy Jenkins destroy the world to defeat his enemy, who is also going to piss on Mars?
The cast that was chosen for the movies was just about perfect.
Yeah, I think they were all cast really well. Like, I don't know, you can tell like everyone's really just enjoying being a part of this film. And I think that energy just really shows.
They really brought to life Tolkien's vision for what that character represented or how they were supposed to be portrayed in the movies.
Okay, John Bean and Craig are both out, so you're gonna have to be Legolas. I'll be Aragorn, you can be Gimli.
Wait. No, hold on. Why do I have to be Gimli? That makes no sense. I'm the tallest one. Why would I be Gimli? He's a dwarf.
You have a beard.
But so does Aragorn. Aragorn has a beard as well. Why am I Gimli?
Okay,
Gimli is a punishment. If we're going to punish anybody, punish Jeff. He wasn't here last time.
If I let Jeff be Gimli, John Bean is never gonna collab with us.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me with this John Bean stuff? I have a right.
John Bean, bro, where are you? Dude, you're supposed to be here.
Bro, what?
Peter Jackson also did a remarkable job with the set of the film and where he chose to film. They filmed in New Zealand.
Oh, it's beautiful. I don't know. Honestly, I think that could be like the best advertising New Zealand could ever have for like tourists.
The natural beauty of New Zealand's landscapes was able to account for what the world looks like. All the mountains, prairies, rolling hills, the barren wastelands.
It's fantastical. Everything's beautiful, grand, or terrifying. I think the setting was a really vital part of the storytelling there.
Welcome, lads, to our new castle. So, here you can see, to evade against enemies, we have these spike traps right here. Okay. When they hit this, they stub their toe. And as we come into this area, take in the beautiful scenery.
Where's the castle?
Getting to that, sir. Take it in. When we built this area, we figured we need to have a nice, inviting, open environment. And here, as we approach our mighty castle, this is it right here.
That's a single wall.
No, it's not.
Like there's no like gate to even storm.
Do you not see the gators right there?
The gators?
This is our moat.
How are we gonna do anything with this?
This is mulch.
That's a moat. There's water. And if you come behind here, this is where the archers stand on the outside castle wall.
This is a movie set though. I don't know what we're gonna do with a single wall.
See, and as you see here, we have the balance beam of death, where our enemies have to walk across, and on both sides are alligators.
I think it just made the films better, that they didn't rely on CGI or really crappy props.
They were also just a part of the storytelling. Like even outside of just the ring, like it felt like every single prop was like a plot point.
They actually made every single sword, every single spear, every battle axe, every helmet were all high quality made props tailored to each character.
I think that's so cool. Like how they put so much emphasis even in just the props.
Oh, it's the rings. Swords, yeah.
Shields.
Shields. Oh, bows and arrows. Is that for me? No. Whoa.
Like Boromir. It's the Horn of Gondor, dude.
Oh, nice. It could be something. Wait, what is that? Is that a chicken?
Yeah.
Why?
It's for the...
Are you sure you can't just find an excuse to take the chicken? We need to have a...
Let me grab a bow and arrow.
Peter Jackson did a very good job cutting what wasn't necessary, but keeping what was, and doing a good job of making sure that Tolkien's vision for Lord of the Rings and really the essence of the Lord of the Rings was translated onto the big screen in a way that was entertaining to the average viewer, but also respectful to the original artist.
My dad says that like it just really shows like a good versus evil that is just really easy to get invested in. There's a lot of stories with like world-ending threats, and I think it just really builds it up so naturally, but also terrifyingly. There's parts that almost feel hopeless, but that also just makes the payoff so good because the ending just truly is beautiful. Like it really feels like an absolute underdog story that they somehow pulled off, and I think, well, it's a lot of credit to the writing because that's how you make a good story.
It's become apparent that Lord of the Rings is kind of like lightning in a bottle. And unfortunately, lightning doesn't strike the same place twice.
I mean, just look at Narnia. They took creative liberties in changing the script to better compete with Lord of the Rings. But even fans of the movies admit it could have been better if they stuck with Lewis's unaltered version.
And although we here at Gadssle are immensely talented, I'm not sure we can make our own franchise. For reasons completely out of our control, of course.
So instead of making our own Frankenstein of a fantasy franchise, we've decided to grace you with a small taste of our filmmaking expertise with a complete shot-by-shot trailer recreation.
So sit back, relax, and witness true filmmaking beauty.
The world is changed, and some things that should not have been forgotten were lost. But the Ring of Power has a will of its own.
Evil is stirring in Mordor. The ring has awoken. Sauron needs only this ring to cover all the lands of darkness.
What must I do?
The ring must be destroyed.
Cast back into the fires of Mount Doom.
I know what hunts you. They're coming.
They will find the ring and kill the one who carries it.
You have my sword.
My bow. And my axe.
You carry the fate of us all, little one.
This task was appointed to you, and if you do not find a way, no one will.
Let us hope that our presence may go unnoticed. They are coming.
We must turn back!
Shall not pass!
You will face evil, and you will defeat it. Even the smallest person can change the course of the future.
I'm glad you're with me.